What's going on, guys, and welcome to a one-off kind of video here. This is a pack opening on the PS4. My HDMI splitter has finally arrived and I'm finally starting to upload some PS4 gameplay for you guys. So for all of you that have been commenting and tweeting and messaging me and all the other stuff on social media sites, when is the next career mode episode going to be out? When are you starting your next gen career mode? It's going to be tomorrow morning, so Saturday the 14th of December in the morning. But today I decided to do a pack opening because I didn't have a video today, as you guys would have seen, and I just wanted to get one out for you guys. And I know pack opening isn't the sort of thing I do on my channel, but I thought why not, it would be fun and it would be a laugh. And it's also a dual Q&A with my good friend Eldenero90.
I was wondering when you were going to get to that. Hello, Planet
Yes,
Earth.
there you go. Thank you very much. Yeah, his channel, he's a YouTuber and that, and you know, all that stuff. And he does YouTube, and his channel is going to be in the description. He's a YouTuber, you know, so his channel is going to be in the description.
So if you don't know what that means, he uploads videos to YouTube. I think that's where you were going with that.
Yeah. Was that clear enough, or do I need to do it again?
No, I think that was good. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's a YouTuber, and I got these questions on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. It's @.clanders if you're allergic to clicking on links, which I know quite a few of you are nowadays. And yeah, if you want to be involved, follow me on Twitter, and I'll tweet out when I need some live commentary questions, and we're going to answer these together.
Yeah, which I know a few of you are nowadays. Like, there's a pandemic going around of people allergic to clicking links.
Funny. The first question comes from Jake White, and he says, if you're a character on any TV show, who would it be and on which show? And Eldenero, I want you to answer this one first.
We sort of touched on this question briefly, just this one, before we started, and you mentioned Daryl from The Walking Dead. And
that's right.
It'd be cool to be him, because I would kill all the characters that I hate in that show. I think that's pretty much like what I'm gonna say. Or maybe someone on, if anybody out there watches Revolution, I would be, what's his name? Sebastian? Is that? Yeah, Sebastian Monroe. I'd be him, and I'd kill Miles, and I'd kill that blondie bitch as well. And yeah, that's it. Just them two. They can fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, similar reason for me. I'd be Carl on The Walking Dead, so I could shoot myself in the head and do everyone in the world a favour, because nobody likes him. But
no, but I really love it when Rick just goes, Carl! Because that's pretty much every episode of The Walking Dead, you know? Oh, and yeah, if I was anyone in that show, I would do what no man has dared to do before, and I would just say, like, hey, Tyrese, what's with the hat? It's 190 degrees outside. You don't need it. I'm looking at the sweat rolling off your body, and you're wearing this woolly fucking hat. It's just ridiculous.
Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead. Car!
That is every episode.
I know. The next question comes from Chike, and it's going to be a good question for Eldenero. He says, Millwall in the Prem for 2 seasons, and you could go to all of their games for free, or England win the World Cup.
Well, it's the age-old question for me, isn't it? This is like, you ever hear that joke that's like, I forget what it is, but here's the basics of it, is like, like Justin Bieber is drowning and Taylor Swift is about to jump off a cliff. God, yeah. Which type of Ferrari do you buy? Okay, it's not like that, but it's something along those lines. That's what it's like for me. Like, what brand of biscuits am I going to eat? Like, to be honest, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't apply to me at all.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'll take Millwall in the Prem because I just don't give a fuck about my national team, because I hate England and stuff like that, really.
I don't care about your national team either. So
yeah, well, brilliant then, we're agreed.
Yeah.
The next question comes from Tom or Renzi HD, and he says, what have you learnt so far in life that you will use and remember for a long time? And you asked me this question like last week, or a similar one, and I didn't really have an answer for that, and funnily enough, I don't have an answer for this one either. But I think just the basic really is that having your own self-respect, I kind of brushed on it in the last one, is having self-respect and being able to look at yourself in the mirror and realise that, you know, you respect yourself for your morals is one of the most important things for my own personality. Like, if I didn't have those, I wouldn't really have anything with me. But I know that when I look at myself, I have my morals, I have my, you know, beliefs, and they don't change no matter what the circumstance. And that is the thing I've learnt in my life so far. That's probably the key thing for me. When I grow up, I still want to have these morals I've got right now. So self-respect is the most important thing, and that's what I've learnt, and that's what I want to keep hold of.
That's a really good answer.
It is. It took me about 5 hours to research that. I stole that off Ask FM.
On a similar note, I learned, like, someone said to me a long time ago, don't eat yellow snow. Nah, I don't know. It's something similar to what Doc said, I guess. There's nothing that really stuck out for me when I said that. The first thing I tried to do was come up with a joke. So maybe, that, like, laughter is the best medicine and all that
Yeah.
shit. On a serious note, if you can learn to laugh at yourself, like, which is sort of maybe the flip side of being able to accept yourself for your morals and that, but
Yeah.
if you can also laugh at yourself, I think that's a pretty positive influence to have on your life.
Yeah, I haven't mastered that skill yet. I still cry.
Yeah, well,
The next
you'll
question.
get there.
Yeah, one day when I'm dead. The next question comes from Ender Brannock, and you're gonna hate me because you got a picture of Steven Gerrard as your profile picture, and
Is he the guy who's a top
oh
player?
god, don't even start. He's the next question. He says, who do you think will finish in the top four? Brackets BPL. It's good thing you clarified that because I was about to say La Liga.
I was about to say the SPL.
Yeah. Well, Dundee
Inverness,
United are doing quite well. Who do you think will finish in the top four? I still think it's going to be the same four as last year. I still think it'll be United, City, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Not in that order, but I still believe the United will get there. A lot of people think they're going to fail this year, but I think Moyes will turn it around. His squad is too good to fail, and people go on about how, oh god, Fellaini's shit, and Tom Cleverley can only pass the ball backwards 5 yards. Lol, he's so overrated and stuff. But at the end of the day, they still have a very, very good squad, and it's all about the mentality as well. Manchester United's mentality is what's consistently made them one of the best clubs in the world for so long, and I don't see them falling out of the top four in the first season under Moyes. I don't see it happening. So yeah, that'll be my top four: United, Chelsea, City, and Arsenal, but not in that order.
I have to agree. But Liverpool are playing really well this year, but then I think, and I know this will sound like such a contradiction and almost like paradoxical, but when Liverpool lost to Hull, I sort of lost faith in them claiming the top four spot.
Yeah.
Like, which is weird because I have every faith in United doing it when United aren't really playing well. So I don't know, but I just figure United will turn it around because they always do. Like, football without United in the top four is just very strange,
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like they're meant to be there, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it will happen.
It will happen.
The next question comes from Sam Dirksen. What a name. He says, what languages do you speak?
I speak English and a little bit of Gaelic, and I used to maybe be able to carry out conversation in French and German, but I can't anymore.
Yeah, I'm a racist bastard. I only know English, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good English and bad English, I think.
Yeah. Next question comes from where are we? Dan John Moore, and he says, honest opinion on the PS4. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. The best feature for me is the headphones in the PS4 controller. It's such a simple feature, but it's so awesome.
I would just like to clarify that Sony paid Docs a lot of money to say that.
Yeah.
Should also have to clarify now that that's not true.
Yeah.
Good.
Jesus, I hate our go for that.
I
You
also
sell
got-
out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you money whore. But I got the PS4 as well, and I really like it. I couldn't give a fuck about the headphones feature.
I should also clarify that Elden Ring was paid a lot of money by Microsoft to badmouth the headphone feature. So
This is true. Yeah.
Uh,
No, I like the PS4. It's fucking cool.
yeah, it is good. It's worth the money, I think.
Yeah.
The next question comes from Thomas, who has 2 A's and 3 S's, so that's a good spin on the original spelling of Thomas.
Ooh.
And he says, would you rather have 1 million subs and get like 200k views, or 100k subs and 100k views?
I would you rather play for Espanyol and get 75k a week, or play for Barcelona and get 150k a week?
Yeah, I think that just answers the question, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it just answers it. The next question is heavily featuring El Dinero, and it's from Woodley. He says, how you been, dogs? Feels like ages, man.
I'm glad you picked this question because I've been researching this topic a lot lately. No, yeah, fuck you, Woodley.
Yeah. And the next question comes from Hiddy Heimstra, and he says, do you like living in England? So,
Is that how you pronounce his name?
I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, because he asks me questions, and he's a cool guy. I always feel really bad when I can't pronounce his name.
I have no
But
idea, to be
yeah,
honest.
living in England is pretty good. It's green and people drink whiskey over here, which is strange.
Okay, the next question comes from Joshua Peveril, and he says, do you think life will continue after death or just die forever?
Die forever, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that as well. Why not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Craig Livingston says, "Hang on, that question does you make? Oh, I can't bother to discuss it." The next question comes from Craig Livingston, and he says, "What English team do you think will go the farthest in the Champions League this season?" I think, and I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be Chelsea. I mean, what was that?
I was contemplating,
Okay.
trying to figure out where I was standing on this question.
I would say Chelsea just because I think that I mean I looked at City, and to be honest I was really impressed with how they actually handled themselves in the Bayern Munich game. I mean they started off so badly and they showed fantastic character comeback. But I just look at the teams that the teams that finished second could face. I just can't understand how any of those English teams could beat a team like Barcelona home and away. I mean, actually get the results, or Bayern Munich for example, and actually look so convincing in that one leg they could go all the way to the final. Like when Chelsea won the Champions League, I wasn't convinced by them, but they still did it. But I just can't see that happening again, if you know what I mean. Like I can't see a team just scraping through all the way and doing it. It's got to be an outright winner, and I think that Chelsea for me just feel the strongest. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe the Mourinho factor, but I'm not sure really.
I think it's also the fact that you're not going to see Arsenal put every man behind the ball.
Yeah.
And, like Arsene Wenger will never stand by and allow that to happen. Whereas I think for Chelsea that year that they did it, it was sort of something that they had to do.
Yeah.
Because they finished fifth that year, didn't they, in the league?
Yeah, they didn't finish in the top four.
Yeah, so it was like balls to the wall. They had to do that, and I think even now Chelsea are the only squad that would have I kind of want to say they're the only squad that would have the balls to do that. You wouldn't see Wenger just saying "Yeah, lads, go out and defend," every man behind the ball.
Yeah.
But
because Moyes won't last in the Champions League in the knockout stage. I don't see that, and I still don't believe City have got the mentality to go all the way. I still don't believe they've got a belief in their squad.
Yeah, it's
even
funny
under Pellegrini.
When City went 2-0 down to Bayern Munich, I was like, Jesus, why are they so bad in Europe? But then they obviously came back, which surprised me. But
yeah, surprised everyone.
I think that's more of something that Guardiola needs to look at, like why his team capitulated in such fashion. But I don't know. I think you're right in saying Chelsea. Though Mourinho has the ability to instruct his sides to play many different styles of football, and I think that's where Chelsea have that little bit of benefit.
That's the advantage, that's the edge, and I think that's probably the reason why I'd say Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so you'd say Chelsea too?
Yeah.
Great, I'm not alone. I'm not going to get too much hate.
No.
The next question, and the last question as well, which is good because I've already run out of time. I'll have to put a game over this. The last question comes from a guy called James Bowl, is that? I don't know. Anyway, he says, can't even pronounce his name. It's the simplest pronunciation as well.
Where is it?
It's Boal. It must be Bowl or Boal maybe.
Yeah. It could be no, it could literally only be those two things. So
one of the two. It's not going to be like another Anthony Marshall debate again.
I think we've spent too long talking about it.
Is that his name? What is your life goal? And if you could do anything without judgment, what would you do?
The without judgment thing. Obviously, your answer to this will be completely different to mine, but I don't really care how people judge me. It doesn't cross my mind when it comes to any life decision that I make. If I want to do something, I'll find a way to do it, regardless of what other people think. It's I've had that question myself on my channel, and I never really know what to say because judgment doesn't really enter my head on any mass scale or on any scale that would limit me from what I would normally do.
Yeah, it's like the complete opposite for me. I'm well, you know that obviously. Yeah. I'm so feared of being judged by people. I have this kind of weird mindset where I have to sort of try and make sure that everyone likes me and everyone wants to, be my friend, for example. I don't want to be seen as a twat, for example, by anyone in the entire world,
Well, I hate to break it to you.
I think there's a few people that already debated that one, but no, I mean, I'm so fearful of doing that. So even if no one was going to judge me, I still couldn't do it because of my own conscience. I'd sit there and say, that's not me, that's not what I should be doing, that's wrong. So I don't think I'd do anything out of the ordinary, to be honest. I wouldn't be just robbing banks and whatever just for a laugh or anything really.
Yeah, I don't think that the reason that I would stop robbing a bank is to be judged.
Well, no, but you know what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the other question he says, "What is your life goal?"
Like, what? I don't get life goals. I've never been able to quantify or like even begin to fucking like. How do you just have a life goal? You know, like what? I guess for the most unambitious person, it's get married and have kids. Like, but like what? Like what the fuck is that? You know, like it like. I don't want to sound like I'm ambitious in any way because I'm fairly unambitious, but even then, like having a life goal, like fuck that. I'd rather find out along the way, like this, like get to a level where you're like, yeah, this is what I was meant to do. You know what I mean? Like,
but I mean that's kind of what I was about to say. It's like it's a case of you shouldn't set yourself your life goal. You should know what it is. Do you know what I mean? You should feel it. Like when you're advancing through your life, you say, oh, actually, that's what I actually want to do. Not just say, when I'm going to be older, I'm going to be a construction worker. You know, like that's my life goal, and I'm going to work towards it because you don't know how your life is going to change. You know, and you don't know how your mentality is going to change.
You should explore as many options as possible.
Yeah, keep it as broad as possible because you never know which one you're actually going to want to do in years to come. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wouldn't say I've got a set goal anyway. To be honest, I think the normal set goal is the basic kind of one, which is just find a partner and be happy. You know, like what kind of goal is that? It isn't a basic life requirement.
I think that's that's a what you call it. That's how you're conditioned, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like this is what I was wondering the other day was that like you know like did you go to like a preschool kind of thing?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't think of a term for it. It's like nursery or something.
Yeah, something like that. So like I remember the best thing about that was story time, and they always tell you a story, and it's always like a prince and a princess or whatever, and they get married and they live happily ever after, and that is the ultimate end of every fucking story as a child. But you know, in countries where they marry like 8 people, well, like how is that taught to them, and how is that conditioned to them differently to how it is with us? Is it like, yeah, and then the prince moved away and like married 8 bitches and fucked everyone? Like, how does that work? Like, I don't get it. How
that is interesting. God, that is actually really interesting. I want to research that now.
Yeah, so do I.
Quick, let's stop the commentary.
Yeah, end this shit.
Okay.
Put me out of my misery.
Well, to be honest, we've well overran it anyway, so I'll have to put a game over this. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching and that. And really,
could you sound any more enthusiastic? Once again, thanks and that. Cheers.
Cheers. But reminder, my career mode will be up tomorrow morning. Look forward to that because it should be a really awesome series. I know that you guys may not be over the moon that I picked Millwall, but I didn't pick Millwall. You guys picked Millwall, so be happy with it.
Yeah, deal with it, bitch.
A reminder that El Niro's channel is in the description, and I highly recommend you check it out because he just started doing an Everton career mode, and it is actually really, really good fun. And I have it on good. I'm pretty sure he's going to sign Bacali very soon as well, so definitely go check that out. So thanks.
I paid Docs a lot of money to say that. So,
so thanks to my friend El Niro. I thought you were going to do it.
I don't know what I had to say.
Just,
I do. I think I get what you were getting.
Yeah, thanks for having me and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Alright.
No, just kidding. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Alright, brilliant. Okay, cheers for watching and stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck this.